In our Sexual History series, authors explore changing sexual mores from antiquity to today. Armies make men routine, order and discipline bring out the greatest masculine characteristics. Uniforms transform young males just beginning their lives from nobody to somebody. Sacrifice, courage and loyalty among fighting men build nations. Or so our histories tell us. The forces also foster other personal and collective identities at odds with public displays of military macho. Usually considered unlikely soldiers, queer personnel have made a valuable contribution to war since antiquity. Their efforts are rarely acknowledged. My research on queer lives and loves in the South Pacific reveals how U.S. servicemen created vibrant and visible subcultures at home and abroad in World War II. Men confirmed identities they had already explored in civilian life or discovered exciting new possibilities. Models of sexuality in the 1940s were largely but not exclusively based on gender. Gay men embraced feminine self-presentation as a crucial part of their identity. Many normal or masculine men had sex with their effete comrades. U.S. commanders in the 1940s were worried about the effect that homosexuality and gender inversion had on morale and morality. These anxieties have been persistent. Most recently in the U.S. the policy of "Don't Ask, Don't Tell" haunted a generation of personnel for almost 20 years at the turn of the millennium. It was repealed in 2011. President Donald Trump's remarks in 2017 about trans personnel are the latest missive in a long culture war over American sexual citizenship and the right to serve. Ring the alarm: women, non-white combatants and queer personnel are only ever bit actors in sweeping stories of great battles and national victories. They are confined to the margins of official war narratives and cast aside from popular memory. Their exclusion from service and its remembrance for much of the 20th century have left a dark underbelly of misogyny, racism and homophobia. The female form and ethnicity were easy enough for commanders to identify and preclude. Homosexuality, on the other hand, was nebulous and shadowy, a behavior and an identity type difficult to pinpoint with any accuracy but potentially devastating to the efficacy of all male forces. It required special policy attention. The best preventatives allegedly involved hard training and exercise, regular leave and recreation. Serious cases faced court-martial and discharge. Anxieties about homosexuality reached fever pitch in the Second World War with the rising influence of psychology and its promise to make better armies. Australia, Canada and Great Britain all heeded expert warnings of the imminent dangers homosexuality posed, but the U.S. rang the alarm louder than anyone else. From early 1943, for instance, confirmed sodomists fronted a board of officers to determine whether they should be discharged as mentally unfit for service. Out in the open, occasionally historians strike it lucky in the archives and stumble upon quite extraordinary evidence which compels us to re-evaluate what we think we know about gay life in the forces. My discovery of an official investigation into a large effete subculture among American sailors in New Caledonia in 1943 is a case in point.